Howdy guys, Jimmy Song here. I wanted to talk a little bit about Bitcoin Cash and what's going on. There's been a slide that's been going around. I think Samson Mao tweeted it. He was basically talking about, what you look at their balance sheet. It looks like something is happening, and there's another Medium article that I'll put in the show notes about what's going on with Bitcoin Cash and Bitmain. What is going on? So basically, if you look at that slide, it looks like Bitmain bought a lot of Bitcoin Cash, like a lot. At one point, they had over 1 million Bitcoin Cash coins. And Bitcoin Cash has the same limit as Bitcoin, 21 million ultimately. So they have like somewhere around 5% of all Bitcoins that will ever exist. But if you look at only Bitcoin Cash coins that have moved, that is, that, have at least moved once since the fork, it's a much larger percentage. It's over 10%. So, I think only about 8 million or something like that have ever moved. So they clearly had a very large position. So how did they get to this very large position is what you should be asking. Well, part of it is probably them actually believing in what they've been saying all along. They wanted a coin that they can control a little bit better, and they certainly got that with Bitcoin Cash. And they were going around and I guess buying a lot of it. And given how much Bitcoin that they had before and how much Bitcoin Cash they now have, and how much they're producing on a regular basis, I think it's fair to speculate that they've been buying a ton of Bitcoin Cash with Bitcoin. Now, a lot of this Bitcoin Cash isn't very liquid, especially if they've been the ones buying. You can't really sell at the same time. So, what have they been doing? Well, it looks like from the analysis in the blog post that I'm posting below, um, that they've been more or less, just sort of funding it, and they've been propping it above point 0.1, around 10% the price of Bitcoin. And they've been doing this for a while. They've been trying to hold certain ranges and stuff. One of the things that that happens when you keep doing that, is that you eventually run out of money. It's not very different than a central bank with a particular foreign currency reserve trying to defend a peg, and then suddenly they run out of that foreign currency reserve. This is why China has so much in U.S. Treasuries and Japan and so on. They want to be able to defend a particular peg if they choose to, and they have more control of that. But eventually you run out of money, and then you can break that peg, and this is what a lot of traders do in foreign exchange markets. This is how George Soros made tons and tons of money. Like basically, trading against somebody that was, defending a peg, basically. So, that kind of thing is what Bitmain's more or less done, and it's no secret in Silicon Valley right now that they're going around and trying to raise money before their IPO. So I think the plan for them is that they are going to IPO somewhere, probably near China somewhere, and they're going to sell shares. They have a lot of products and stuff, and this might be the right time to go public because there is a lot of demand for Bitcoin related stuff. And, much like gold mining stocks, get the halo effect of gold, Bitmain, I think, is hoping that they get the halo effect of Bitcoin. And certainly there's a lot of companies that put blockchain in their name and increased in price and so on. So that, from a strategic point perspective, makes sense. The real question is, why do they need so much money before they IPO? Well, they might have put a lot of freaking capital into defending the BCH peg, and they might just be capital. They might just need the capital. All right, the light went out. Anyway, I'm I that's more or less it. Hopefully that helps you. Anyway, this song is done.